What is going on, everybody? Justin here with Alpha Wash. So today I wanted to bring a video to you to talk about job site efficiency. So this is something that can make a huge difference in how much money you're making, especially if you've got employees. So when you're looking at things for job site efficiency, it's very important to pay attention to the little details, because a lot of times the little details are what makes the difference in how efficient someone's being on the job versus somebody that's not being efficient. And I'm the type of person, I want to be as efficient as we can possibly be at all times. Not being efficient literally hurts me. It hurts me because I've did it so much in the past, and it is a form of direct self-sabotage. So being efficient is a must. And being efficient requires you to have a understanding of a few things. So first of all, when you pull up to a job site, you've got to be able to look at the job and one big picture in your mind. So I'll give you an example. So let's say we're pulling up to a house that we're going to be doing a house wash, a driveway cleaning, sidewalk cleaning, back patio cleaning. We usually include those all as one thing because it's all concrete on the property. So, but anyways, house wash, back patio, driveway, sidewalk, retaining walls, and a wooden back deck that is not stained. So this is where it comes, and this is where it's important to have processes in place so you know what you need for each thing. So this is a job I was doing yesterday, and I just want to give y'all this example, and hopefully this will kind of show y'all what I'm trying to get you to see. So, all right, so when I pulled up to this job site, I looked up the work order and I said, okay. So then I started asking myself some questions. Okay, so I always know that I like to start at the back of a property and work my way towards the front of a property. And something else to keep in mind is when you're on the back of a property, go ahead and do everything that's got to be done back there. Don't go back there and do one thing and then go around to the other side of the house and continue to do that one thing and then come back there again. It doesn't work like that. It's not efficient to do it like this. So I'll give you an example of what I did. So first thing you're going to want to do is unroll your hoses. So there's even ways to be more efficient when you're unrolling your hoses. So for example, I know that I had to hook up 3 hoses. I had to hook up the water spigot to, I had to hook up the water hose to their water spigot so it can feed water into the tank. And then the second thing I was going to need was the pressure washer that I could downstream and rinse with. And then the third thing I was going to need was the soft wash line. And I was going to need a 3% mix of sodium hypochlorite and water with no surfactant to clean that deck and also to clean those retaining walls. So this is what I did. So I went around to the back of the property. I took my 8 gallon per minute. I went ahead and wet all the grass, wet everything down good to make sure the bleach wasn't going to harm it. And then I went ahead and downstreamed the back side of the house. And while it was sitting, I actually took my soft wash and I went ahead and treated the outside and the inside of the deck, all the railing, all the steps, all the poles going down. Actually went ahead and treated the retaining walls while I was back there with the 3% mix, and then I went ahead and left the soft wash back there. So I didn't take the soft wash back around to the right side of the house. I left it at the back side of the house. And little stuff like this is important for efficiency. So I left the soft wash back on the ground, went ahead and rinsed where I just downstreamed the house, went ahead and rinsed the deck, and then I went ahead and surface cleaned that back patio and rinsed it off. And then I took my soft wash and I post-treated that back patio. So you see what I'm saying? The back, when I got done in the back was completely done. And I didn't have to go back there anymore. I could focus on the rest of the property the rest of the time I was there. So when I get ready to move to the right side of the house, which is where the driveway was, I did the same thing. I brought the soft wash around and I brought my 8 gallon per minute around, and I went ahead and downstreamed that side of the house. And while I was waiting for that to sit, I went ahead and downstreamed my concrete with the sodium hypochlorite, because I typically like to pre-treat with the downstream injector and I'll post treat with the soft wash. So went ahead, downstream the side of the house, downstream the whole driveway and the front sidewalk. And then by the time I got done doing that, the side of the house was ready to rinse. So I went ahead and rinsed it. And then I hooked up the surface cleaner and, oh, actually I did the retaining walls next, because you want to wash from the top down. You don't want to wash from the bottom up, because then all the stuff's going to be running down, and I don't have to explain that. Y'all understand that. But I did the retaining wall next, and then I went ahead and surface cleaned the whole driveway, and then I rinsed the driveway, and then I went ahead and post-treated the concrete all while I was on the right side of that house. So when I left the back side of the house was done. I don't have to go back there anymore. The deck's done, the patio's done, the house is done. Same thing on the right side. The retaining walls were done, the house was done, the driveway was done, sidewalk was done. I don't have to go back around there for anything. So you do this all the way around the house. And before you leave that side of the house, go ahead and check over it and look at it with a fine eye and make sure that it looks good. Make sure that there's nothing left on it that will come off. So it's pretty simple. And I know that sometimes it's easy to get out there on a job and you want to just be moving around fast, and that can feel like the most efficient way. But when in reality, I have learned that it's not, and the less time you can spend moving hoses around the house, the more efficient you're going to be. So I hope y'all can find some value in this tip. Just to do a quick little recap and a brief little summary for y'all. When you're on one side of the property, go ahead and clean everything that's got to be cleaned on that side of the property. Don't clean a little bit back there and then come on this side and clean a little bit and then have to go back to the back. That's not efficient, guys, and we want to be as efficient as we can be, because when you're being as efficient as you can be, that's when you're going to be the most profitable. So, like I said, hope y'all can find some value in this. If y'all like this video, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we post. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.